Alright, Exile. So we're currently sitting at about 21,000 life so far, which is pretty good. So we made some huge improvements to the build, as you guys saw from our previous video. Let's take the tankiness of the build here. The tier 17 map. Taking lots of hits. Okay, getting low. So our defenses is pretty good. I feel like we've found the sweet spot of defenses. Now the only thing I need is for POB to update the new items so I can see how effective all of this really is. Because we're sitting at 21,000 HP now. It's pretty massive. And the damage is just pretty insane. This is the general on tier 17. A little bit more tanky than usual. We still took him down quite easily. I think most of the time our leap slam kills most packs now. Pretty much kills everything. I don't even think I have to exert the leap slam. Kill rares. Yep, the ignites actually kill the rares in T17. Now I wonder if I really want to stick with the let's see here. If I want to stick with Berserker, actually, I think I like this setup much better. I mean, I don't think I need any more tankiness. If I could do T17s and just stand there, I think I'm pretty good on the tank. I think my only weakness on this build currently is going to be chaos damage. Currently, chaos damage is the only thing that really can get me. Alright guys, so this would be the moment of truth. So we're going to do the map boss. Let's see if we can tank the map boss. Let's see how much life regen I'm actually hitting. $6.8k life regen. Okay. So I think we have some good defenses. We probably could get some more life regen if we wanted to. There are some notes that I could grab. But I think this is pretty solid. Damage is really good. Tankiness is really good. This is my kind of build, guys. Now, what I'm wondering is, how much more life can I get? So I'm really pushing the limits on the just the life-based build without the apostate, and I need POB to work so I can kind of determine if I need to do that. I hope we get an update on POB at least by this weekend. I'll probably link the POB in the description just so you guys can kind of see what items I'm using. You can always find me on PoE Ninja as well if you want to see my profile. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see the damage, but damage is really good. And I think I've solved my defenses. I mean, all this stuff is hitting me. I'm still doing pretty good. Now, I wonder if I should go back to my more elemental damage helmet. But I would need POB to kind of know if it's going to be worth it. Oh, I'm so slow. Oh my god. He's not doing anything to me. I could just sit here. Boom. 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 This is insane. It's pure life, man. This is awesome. Imagine if I was like, you could get even more tanky with a jug or chieftain as well. If you really want some more, if you want to be more tanky. But, T17, guys. Oh, yeah. Build is feeling awesome. So let's take a look at the changes we've made, guys, since the last video. We have made huge gains in life. I pretty much told you guys the objective was more life. And more life we got. So we made some updates to the build. We got some mirrored gear now with some insane life rolls. We also got the Glimpse of Chaos, 37% increased maximum life. So that was some of the gear upgrades, about 4 pieces that I upgraded. This is a failed roll. I was hoping to get a maximum endurance charge on here when I Warlord Exalted, but it failed. But for the tree, we made some big changes to our skill tree. So the big thing, we did add a Timeless Jewel. So this is another 20% life. We also added in some small clusters, giving us 15% life each. Got another cluster down here for our Grand Spectrums. Pretty much got all the life nodes. We got our Ignite. And we got our chance to avoid bleeding all set. So we're 100% bleed immune. We are using a Sublime with Vitality. So if you're wondering how I have so much insane life regeneration, it's because I'm using this Sublime and Vitality. Basically, that's how I'm getting that like insane 7,000 plus life regeneration per second. And if I did test earlier, if I grab these here, it gets me up to about 10,000 life regen. So we can absolutely drop some life nodes, level up more, because we get 5 more skill points once we get to 100. So we could definitely get this wheel, get our rage back. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff we could do with the build. So far, I'm feeling like everything is coming together very well. I did switch over to Blood Magic to get 10% more maximum life. And I dropped Purity of Elements because we finally got our bloodline that we wanted. So I got the Precursors Release. Cool thing about this is since we're using Kaom's Heart, we automatically get full immunity because there's no sockets. We're not using any sockets anyway. Every now and then, if I feel I need to, I could take my slams off and have my gloves empty for crit immunity. I don't even know if I really need a lot of these war cries. extra damage and everything, but I just need to see POB to see if it's really worth it. I would think that only Intimidating Cry would be the only one that I really would actually need, because double damage. But yeah, everything else pretty nice. I got one empty slot here. I got to figure something out. So we could Warcry here and have like either empty boots for action speed or gloves for crit, depending on the situation. So we have some great options here. I don't think I need anything from here or over here, but this is really nice. And there are some things I've been thinking about trying to do with this, like using an untouched soul with maybe a Gruthulk's pelt and not even use Warcries, which I think would be pretty sick. And the life regen on that build would be absolutely insane. I would lose some life. We may not be over 20,000 life with the Gruthulks, but it would be some nice life regen. We would get more attack damage to make our ignites hit harder from the initial hit. And yeah. Decisions. We'll definitely try some things, guys. This is the current form of the build. Once POB comes out and I can actually mess around, see what damage numbers is the best options and whatnot, see if we can get to the dot cap, then I'll be making a more structured build guide. But for now, this is all we got, guys. Just based on what you're seeing and just how it feels when you play it, the damage is absolutely there. We got really good damage at this much life. Even in my previous video, I was already doing like insane damage with the and I had like 6,000-7,000 life. I have to look back at the video to see how much I have, but we have several options for damage. Like we can craft a really nice helmet. Like this is pretty good, so I can use this instead of that. And the life difference is 21,000. We go down to 20,000. So this helmet gives us about 1,000 life. Then we have to figure out chaos resistance, because this actually gives me chaos resistance because it brings it up to 0. But yeah, we have to decide. Like, I want to craft a really nice helmet. I think I could sacrifice, you know, that 1,000 life at this point, and I would just use this to really just to see how much life we can truly get. But I think this is actually this helmet more damage, because you got your burning damage, we got more elemental as our multiplicative, so that's much better option. This is much better for damage, and this is just for seeing how high I can get my life to. And I would really need to see POB to see if the extra life is actually worth using over this, but I don't think it would be, but we'll see when POB updates. But for now, this is like the most life I've gotten to, 21,000 with our current setup. And then if we switch back to our damage helmet, we have 20,000. So we finally broke 20,000, which was my second goal, was to get to 20,000, like I said in the video. And I thought I would need an apostate to do this, but lo and behold, we don't need the apostate to hit this. These clusters really came in clutch and getting me to an extra huge life boost. And then this timeless jewel as well. Oh yeah, and I did change. I did pick up Defy Pain. And this is pretty insane. It's like a little mini Defiance of Destiny. And I don't think I would ever want to switch to a Defiance of Destiny, because this is 300 flat life. And I'm getting like 80 strength. And you could probably get like, if you got like a super juiced amulet, I mean, that could be pretty, you get a lot more strength on the amulet, so, which is more life as well. I don't know if I would go to Defiance of Destiny. I think I'd just rather use this, Because as you guys saw, I think this kind of solved the defenses with the this Defiance of Destiny, mini Defy Pain, and then of course using our Sublime. I think these two things really solved a lot of our damage issues. Now the other thing, 15% life, we could go with like the Jug Untiring. You know, that could be an option. We could use Untiring. That gives us 40% life regeneration. Physical damage prevented from hits, regenerate his life. I think that could be pretty good. But I don't know if there's anything else I really want. I wish it, dang, endurance charges. I'm always at max endurance charges. I love endurance charges. And I guess I could use anger. You know, we could drop vitality for anger, more damage. But you know, that's just all kind of like crazy stuff. I don't know. I was messing around POB with some voices and all kinds of crazy stuff. But they really need to update. Hopefully by this weekend. But there we have it, guys. This is the build update. I'll link the POB in the description. But just keep in mind the items don't work. So you're not going to see, like, this new jewel doesn't work. It doesn't calculate all this life that you get from this. And this doesn't calculate in. You're not getting the damage on either one of these weapons. So we'll just have to wait. But you can kind of see the items I'm using, I guess, in POB. And there we have it, guys. Remember to like and subscribe, because we're going to be trying to max this build out as much as possible. And eventually I'm going to come out with a build guide on everything once I figure out what's the best options for damage and the balance between defenses. Because I think right now, since we can tank T17 bosses, we can just run around in T17 maps and tank a lot of that. And we don't really just sit there like that when you're mapping anyway. So really strong defenses. If you play this build, you're probably going to have a really good time. Just being a tanky, super Giga Chad with high life that can't die. It's going to be pretty amazing and fun to play. So we'll have to keep pushing the build, but I think this build is going to be like one of the most fun builds I've ever played, because it's like really, I love scaling really high life. I think that's really fun to do. And I think this is like our energy shield patch, right? So we get to feel the power of energy shield users with this build, because you know people max out their energy shield with the energy blade and all that stuff. So we're getting a melee version kind of that with high life, and it works pretty good. I like it. This is the life patch. Till next time, exiles, like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the future build guide when I come out with everything, especially once POB drops. I'm going to be making a video on that day, going over the damage and everything. So peace out, exiles.